Hotel's going live just for a couple of minutes. This is the daily check-in. I'm live today from the Hotel Per LA. Hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm not sure, but let me put on the chat so maybe someone can tap in and say, "Yeah, I hear you fine. You're coming in loud and clear." Let me just make sure. Chat is open. Thank you so much. But yeah, today's Friday. Happy Friday. I'm live at the Hotel Perla. Uh, for the people that follow me or whatever, I have never been here. I mentioned that I've never been here, and this is on my bucket list of hotels I need to go see because it's one of the newer ones downtown LA. And I had never seen it, right? So it was formerly the Nomad Hotel and then became the Hotel Per LA or Hotel Perla. It just, I guess, depends on who you're talking to as to what they call it. But I talk to people at the front desk. I said, what do you call it? What's the official name? They say, well, it's Hotel Per LA, but a lot of people call it Hotel Perla. I'm like, okay, I'm going with the Perla because that's kind of cool, right? So, but yeah, so what was I going to say? Per LA Perla is soon to be, check this out, it's soon to be an autograph collection by Marriott. So it's not yet, but it's going to be a soft brand for Marriott coming soon. So I actually heard that somewhere else, and the people at the front desk were surprised that I knew it was going to become that because it's not, everyone doesn't know that yet. So, and the music that's playing in the background, that's music that's piped in to the hotel. I cannot control that. I do not own the rights to the music. I can't turn it down. I can't do anything. So just letting people know because sometimes you get in trouble for having music in the background. At least I've been in trouble before with certain uh, social media platforms. But I do not own anything that has to do with this music. I'm just on the rooftop doing this daily check-in. So that's what I'm doing. So, but yeah, as you can see on the right of my screen was, I guess it's on the right of my screen. This is the inside of the hotel. So this would be the lobby area and kind of, I guess, kind of the restaurant area, but there's some sitting area. So I was there earlier, but now I'm on the rooftop. So it's very nice hotel. This used to be a former bank, the Bank of Italy, I believe. I believe that's what it was originally built in the 20s, somewhere around there, and it was the Bank of Italy. In fact, if you walk downstairs to use the restroom is actually in the bank vault, the old bank vault. It's still there. The doors are still there, or the door to close the vault is still there. Right? It's very unique. It's kind of chic. It's kind of cool. It's old. It's historical. It's kind of cool. I kind of like the vibe of the hotel. So definitely check it out if you're looking for hotels to stay downtown LA. I would definitely check out the Hotel Per LA or Perla. 241 rooms, just to give you some statistics on it. 241 rooms. It's a four diamond hotel. Has a rooftop bar. That's a rooftop bar, rooftop pool, and a lounge area to sit down because that's where I'm sitting right now, right? Um, like I said, it's going to be a Marriott autograph collection soon. Meeting space, about 9 different rooms and about 10,000 square feet of meeting space. So, it's good to have your little meetings here and all that kind of stuff. So it works, okay? So, and then they have a coffee shop downstairs, and they have the chai latte, and they have the oat milk. Okay, so although I guess it's a warm day, I still like hot chai. So no, it doesn't matter what time of day it is for me. I'm still gonna have a hot chai. So, but anyway, as all the times when I do these daily check-ins, I do have an agenda, and today is no exception. If I'm here, I might as well do everything I'm supposed to do, right? So, on the next slide, like I said, live from the Hotel Perla or Per LA. I wanted to talk about a couple things, and one of those would be LinkedIn. Has to do with LinkedIn. Connect with people outside of your industry or outside of your network, right? So, what I mean by this is it's okay to connect with people that are not like say for me. If I use me as an example, um, when I first got on LinkedIn, and a lot of people are like this, when I first got on LinkedIn, I was only connecting with hotel people, people that had to do, in and around the hospitality industry, which I thought that was a good thing, right? But later on, when I became, this is when I was on property, but when I became Russell of Hotels, it wasn't a good thing to always connect with people that are within the industry because you're trying to appeal to a wider audience, especially if I do hotel site selection. Well, I'm not doing hotel site selection with the people that work in hotels, meaning I have to bring clients into the hotels, right? So clients come all different industries. So you have to connect with people outside of your industry. And I thought it was a bad thing to do that because at one point LinkedIn actually, and I have to be real, right? They suspended me at one point because I was connecting with people that didn't know me. Okay, all right, well they didn't know me, and they were outside of the industry. So at first, I think when LinkedIn first came in, they wanted people to connect or stay with the people within their own industry. But now I think that's kind of changed because I've connected with people outside of the industry because my business comes from people outside of my industry. It doesn't come from people necessarily inside the industry. Okay, so if I'm doing meetings, okay, that's people that are doing the meetings, and the meetings may take place or the groups may take place within hotels, but the industries that my clients come from are not is not hospitality. It can be just any kind of corporate. It can be pharmaceuticals. It can be medical. It can be insurance. It could be whatever, educational, religious. I mean, it could be anything, right? So make sure that you're using LinkedIn for what it's supposed to be used for, and that's connecting with everybody, right? Even if you don't know them, you can still connect with them. How are you going to get to know people if you don't connect with them? That's how I look at it. But LinkedIn back in the day, they were kind of different, indifferent. Let's just say that. But I don't think there's an issue now. But I was suspended by them until I explained, well, what's the whole premise behind LinkedIn? Isn't the whole premise behind LinkedIn is to link with people or connect with people that are doing different things than you are? And then at that point, they couldn't suspend me anymore. They're like, okay, you're absolutely right. Okay, sorry. Boom. Only connect with people that you know. Because there are certain people that I was trying to connect with, and they said, well, I don't know him, and why is he trying to connect? Well, that's fine. If you don't know me, if you don't want to connect with me, don't connect with me. That's fine because I do the same thing. I'm very selective about who I connect with now, especially if you don't have pictures. If you don't have a photo on your LinkedIn profile, I'm not going to connect with you. And just like if I didn't have a photo, you shouldn't connect with me either. Who's going to do business with a bot or a blank, profile? No one, right? You're trying to get to know people. So LinkedIn is good for that. So I just want to touch on that for a second. And then the second one, and I can't see, so maybe I need to put my glasses on. I'm live here. I'm Russell of Hotels. I'm live from the Hotel Perla, downtown LA. You can see in back of me, beautiful LA weather. It's probably close to 80 degrees right now. I'm in the shade. I mean, they had a lot of seating that is like out, you know, no shade. I'm like, I'm not sitting out there. I'm not trying to get out here and bake. So what is the second one? It says, tell your hotel brand. Oh, tell your hotel brand story or your brand story. So I always throw things in there based on hotels or hospitality because that's the industry that I come from, right? Hence the name Russell of Hotels. But tell your brand story, whatever your brand is, tell the story and tell it on social media platforms. People may not know who you are or what you do or how you can help them, right? So tell your story, whatever that is, tell it. You can tell it in video form. You can be on a live like this, but just tell your story. What is your brand about? Who are you? I'm Russell Edmond. Okay, I go by the name of Russell of Hotels. Um, what do I do? I'll just say I do hotel site selection. Okay, so I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their meeting, for their convention, for their retreat, for their conference, whatever it is. Right, 10 rooms or more is considered a group. I've done from the least amount of rooms from is 10. I've done up to 650 rooms on peak. I can do more than that, but I mean that's the most I've done to date. And then how I can help? Well, I can help people with if they've never done meetings before, if they don't have time to source out their meetings, like starting with an RFP, request for a proposal. I do the RFP for them based on their specifications, send it to my hotel partners and my CVB or um, Convention and Visitors Bureau partners, and it disseminates that information to my hotel partners. My hotel partners get back to me with their proposals, which include rates, dates, and space, what they have available. And then compile the information and give that to my client. And then from there, they make an informative decision on which property they want. And then I contact the hotel based on what they want to do, and we go to the contract stage at that point. And I assist with contract negotiations, making sure there's terms in there that should be in there versus terms that shouldn't be in there. Because group, every contract should be specific to the group. Okay, it shouldn't be just like one contract for everything. No, it should be group specific because some things that are in some contracts don't belong in, like some things that are in a corporate contract don't belong into a sports group contract. It just doesn't. Okay, because they're two different groups and you should treat them differently. They're going to pay for certain things and other ones are not going to pay for certain things. And I've helped out tons of people save money because there's things can be in contracts that, the language you may not understand. And then once you sign it, you're responsible for whatever you sign. Okay. So there you go. So those are some of the things that I do. So always let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help. Okay. And then, like I said, tell your brand story. So, regarding this hotel, the Hotel Per LA. So, I told a little story about just the specifics of, how many rooms they have. It was formerly a Nomad. It's 241 rooms. It's a Four Diamond. Has a rooftop bar and lounge. It was built in the 20s, and it was the Bank of Italy. So that's the story about the building. But what about the brand? Where did that name come from? I don't know where Hotel Perla came from. I don't know who owns it. I don't know any of that stuff at this point. But that would be great to tell that story. Whoever, like somebody, the director of sales and marketing or whatever, to tell the story about this particular brand. I gave you some specifics about what it used to be, the brand it used to be, and how many rooms and all that stuff. But there's other stories that people are interested in. So how long has it been a hotel? I don't even know that, right? So there's some information that, to some people may not be of importance, but to a lot of people it is. So tell your brand story. Like Russell of Hotels, I started my business back in 2017, and I started off as being a hotel consultant, more or less on the marketing part of it, the marketing and sales side of it. I did do some operational things as well. I did task force for being the director of sales and marketing, as well as a task force general manager, which means I was going to different hotels that needed assistance I call it kind of babysitting a hotel, but sometimes hotels are between, let's say, between directors of sales and marketing. So maybe they lost went to another property, and they need someone to still, in that position temporarily until they find the right person. So someone that's doing task force can go in and just kind of, right that ship or make sure, people are still coming to work, make sure contracts are still being done, make sure business is still being taken care of, right? In the interim, while the hotel powers that be are looking for the right person to replace whoever. And then once that's complete, then me as a task force director of sales and marketing, I go to another project. It can last for a couple of days, it can last for a couple of months. I know people that have done task force for up to 2 years, right? So I'm just telling, things that I've done over the course of being Russell of Hotels. I started in hotels back in, I'm not going to tell you when I started, but 14 hotels ago, about 25 years ago, right? I started off as a housekeeping manager. So that's part of my brand story, right? How did Russell of Hotels come to an existence, right? I worked at 40 different hotels. I worked over 25 years. Started off as a housekeeping manager, worked my way up to the front office manager, did food and beverage, was a assistant general manager in Sacramento at a hotel, then got into sales, as a sales manager. I had to fight, crawl and fight to get that position. Then eventually became a director of sales and marketing at various hotels in the Los Angeles area. Then became a general manager. And then, if that wasn't enough, or actually that was enough, then I went back to the first love, which was being the director of sales and marketing, because that's what I really love to do. And I stopped. My last property was 2018, and that was the Sheraton Universal Studios. I was the director of sales and marketing there. So now you got my brand story. So people are interested in knowing that, right? Because they want to know, well, who is this guy that comes on and do these lives? I don't know anything about him. You know what I mean? So you tell your brand story as much as you need to tell. If people have questions, let them know. This is my brand story. I'm Russell of Hotels. This is what I do. Whatever. So let people know. People are interested in knowing. And some people may want to know, what's the hat you have on? Well, that's my brand hat, right? That is my logo. Right now, logo is for identification, right? It's not to tell your brand story. You shouldn't, although mine, you can tell, if maybe you couldn't tell, the H, the well, let me change my fingers. The H right here acts as a headboard to a bed, right? You see the bed right there, and then the leg right there. So it's a RH, but it actually makes up a bed, right? So every hotel has a bed, right? I can't be Russell of Hotels and not have a bed, right? So a lot of people don't know that the significance of the logo, but it's meant to identify your brand. It's not meant to tell the story. You tell the story. The brand is just, the logo is to identify your brand versus any other brand. So hopefully there's no other brands or no other logos that look like this one. Okay, so that's an R and an H, but it does, if you look closely, there is a bed there. You can see the headboard, the actual bed, and the legs. So there you go. See, a lot of people don't even know that, but I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell, let people know. So, but I see no comments. That's crazy. Nobody wants to make a comment today. No one's there, but that's okay. So I talked about tell your brand story, and then yesterday I talked about this one already. Why promote your business on a podcast, right? And I forgot my percentages of, but it's basically like 60% of people that listen to podcasts or podcasters, they look for, information on brands or services, products or services, right? So like, I'm here at the Hotel Perla per LA. 60% of the people that will be watching this will actually look up Hotel Per LA or Hotel Perla. They will go hotelperla.com and see exactly what it is. So that's why you want to do it, because a lot more people look at ads or will take it a step further and try to identify what that ad is, or I'm gonna do some research on that ad. So why not, try to, promote your brand or advertise your brand on various podcasts that maybe that are in line with what you do, right? So I'm Russell of Hotels, so it would probably be a great tool for, hotels to use, right? Say Hotel Perla, right? Let's just use them as an example, right? Maybe they would want to sponsor one of my daily check-ins, or the daily check-in by Russell of Hotels, sponsored by Hotel Perla. There you go. Or I'll take it a step further. I'll take it a step further. What about, and this has nothing to do with Hotel Pearl LA, but this has everything to do with what I'm talking about. So Level Hotels is a sponsor for Russell of Hotels, daily check-in, right? So you would go stayinglevel.com, always book your hotels direct. So regardless of where you're staying, you can stay in Hotel Perla, you can stay at the Level Hotel, you can stay at the Ace Hotel. It doesn't matter. Always book direct though. But in the case of Level Hotel, which is located downtown as well, on Olive Street, actually down the street from this one, go stayinglevel.com, which is their website. Use the promo code ROH23. You get the discount that I get. Okay, no, it's not going to be a free room. Okay, I don't know. You be amazed. People call me and say, "Hey, I wanted to stay at that Level Hotel downtown LA, and I put your code in, and it didn't offer me a free room." Really? It's not going to offer you a free room, okay? I don't get a free room. I said it will offer you the rate that I would get, okay? I didn't say a free room. So, but anyway, people are people, and I get it, right? So let's just make sure we the promo code is for a discounted rate, the same discount that I would get, okay? So, Level Hotel, stayinglevel.com, use promo code ROH23 to get that discount, okay? I see a comment from Miss Robin Coleman. What does she say? I'm gonna put this on the screen. Hello, Rockstar. Pull up, let's build. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Monday. Let's do it Monday. I didn't respond on the message, but let's do a daily check-in with me and you on Monday. So it'll be 12 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock your time. Let me know if that's okay. So 3 o'clock your time, 12 o'clock my time. We'll do a daily check-in, and I'll have a guest on, Miss Robin Coleman. She'll come on and talk about, what she does. She's in the hospitality space, and the housekeeping space. So we'll talk about where she is, what hotel she started in, how she got into this crazy business of hospitality, um, and why she's such a rock star in the housekeeping field. I mean, we'll find out. So we'll do a little bit of daily check-in. We'll do a little bit of did you choose hospitality or did hospitality choose you? We'll do a little bit of all that. So we're going to do that on Monday. If she's okay with Monday, I know she said Monday and Thursday were good for her. I'm shooting for Monday. I said let's do it now. Let's do it while it's hot, like my chai tea, my chai latte. Oh man, that's so. When you put the oat milk in there, oh man, it makes it so much creamier. Oh my god, just so good, just so good. So but she's not responding to me. That's okay. Like I said, I'm live here. I'm at the hotel per LA. I'm outside. I see the skyline. I can see different hotels or different buildings around. You can only see what you can see. Let me see if I can move around a little bit. So what you're saying is if you keep walking down that way, you'll run into the pool. But this is all the seating that's on the rooftop. There's actually a bar. I don't know if you can see that building right there, but that's actually where the bar is. It's not open yet, so I guess it's probably due to open pretty soon here. And this is in back of me. It's a building right there. I'm not sure what that building is, but I'm downtown LA, live from the Hotel Perla. So yeah, so it's hard for me to do this with my laptop, but hey, we're gonna make it do what it do. So and then Miss Coleman says, let me put her comment on there. See, this is a good thing. When people want to make comments, I will put them on in real time. I'm so excited. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it on Monday. Okay, so make sure you guys tune in on Monday, 12 o'clock. It's gonna be a nooner. Okay, it's gonna be 3 o'clock for her because I believe she's in Atlanta. Doesn't matter where you are. If you want to come on and do a daily check-in with me, that's fine. This is a global thing that I do. I mean, daily check-in and on as well as on air with Russell of Hotels, which is my live hospitality talk show. It's all global, right? We get people all over the world that come on, all over the world that watch and listen and make comments. So we appreciate that. So, and Miss Coleman is out there in Atlanta. She also says, let's rock it while it's hot. Yes, ma'am. Let's rock it while it's hot. So let's do it on Monday, 12 o'clock for me, 3 o'clock for you. So I'll send you a note just confirming that. I don't think I need anything other than if you want to send me a quick bio, a brief bio, um, and then I'll read that as well. We typically we'll do about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or whatever. I think that's a good time to just kind of talk a little bit about her, how she got in the industry, where she's working now, if she wants to share that information, or just what she does and her role in in the housekeeping department and how she got in there, and the exciting parts about it, what she loves about it, all that kind of stuff, right? It's all about hospitality, 24/7. That's what we do. This is an industry that we chose to do, and we want to know, did she choose to do this, or just maybe it started off as a job and grew into something else? I mean, I chose to go in the hotel industry, right? I actually went to school and chose to do it, and 25, 30 years later, I'm still doing it from a different perspective, but still doing it, right? So more now as a consultant, or in the marketing part of it, um, but it doesn't matter, right? I'm still here assisting. I'm still here in hotels almost on a daily basis. So wherever I can help, wherever I can assist, that's what I'm here to do, right? So, but anyway, I think that's it. These lives don't have to be that long. It's just that I love to keep it going, right? If there's conversation out there, I do welcome the conversation. I welcome the engagement, like Ms. Coleman is doing. So my shows will never be, the chat will never be closed off, right? You can always make your comments. I'm going to put your comments on the screen in real time so people can see them, so the world can see them. Okay, so that's what it's always going to be about, because it's about engagement. Um, and I love the engagement because that's what keeps things going. That's what keeps things fresh. That keeps my mind, I can think of other things to talk about, right? But if there's nothing to talk about, then that's when I get out for these lives, right? But anyway, that's it, because I parked in on a metered parking, and it was only 2 hours, and I think my 2 hours is probably up, so I'm probably on borrowed time right now. But that's okay. But if someone had comments or questions right now, then I have to pay the ticket. No big deal. All right. But anyway, once again, I'm live at the Hotel Per LA, one of the newer hotels downtown LA, formerly the Nomad Hotel, formerly the Bank of Italy, built in the 20s. So it has that old school vibe, right? So that new school vibe, the old school vibes in the new way, in the new, what am I trying to say? Old school vibes and just a new way of doing things, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's definitely a cool vibe in the hotel. 241 rooms. It's a 4 diamond. Has a rooftop bar as well as pool and a sitting area. Formerly, like I said, the Nomad, and it's soon to be a Marriott Autograph Collection. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that. Of course, I know, because I'm in the know, right? So just trust me on this one. It's going to be a Marriott Autograph Collection, which is a soft brand by Marriott. So you'll be able to make reservations through Marriott.com. You'll be part of, if you're part of Bonvoy Marriott, their frequent stay program. You'll be able to get your points and all that stuff staying here at the Nomad too. So there you go. So you got everything covered. And they have about 10,000 square feet of meeting space. So if you want to do your meetings here, you can do that too. Right? So there you go. That's it. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll do this again on Monday at noon, because we're going to do it with Miss Robin Coleman. So the daily check-ins are around noon, Monday through Friday. Then I do On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is my live hospitality talk show. That show goes about an hour. So we go a little bit in detail and in depth about certain things or whatever. But it's all about hospitality. It's all about hotels. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, whatever. Everything is not always great. I mean, we got a strike going on here. Hotel employees are on strike here in LA as we speak. But remember, not every hotel is a union hotel. So not every hotel is affected by the strike. So just do me a favor, if you're concerned about that. Say you have reservations in LA and you have concerns about, if this hotel's on strike or what's going on, call up the front desk or call up the hotel and ask them, are they a union hotel and are they affected by the strike? So if you're concerned about that, just do that, and then they'll let you know, because not every hotel is part of the union. There's 62 hotels in Los Angeles, from LA to Orange County, that are union hotels, but there's a ton of them that are not. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that's it. You guys have a great day. Thank you again, and